Good morning, children. Welcome back to EVS class. Now, today, let us start with the chapter, that is, fifth chapter will start. Okay. Last class, I had started with fourth chapter, that is water. Okay. With water, you came to know how much necessary water is, how important water is. So, previous to that chapter, you had learned about air. So air also is very important for human beings and any living things. Air is very necessary. How important, and what all air is, in which way it is helping everybody. Air helps in moving the objects, things, and kite, everything will fly with the help of air. We breathe the air. So this is how we came to know air is very important. And again, after that, water. How important water is also you came to know. Without water, you can't stay. No living beings can live without water. So, and you came to know the forms of water, how you get water, in what way you will be getting water, and the water cycle also. How the water cycle, how the water is coming, like from rain it comes down, fills the lake, and again gets evaporated due to the heat of the sunlight, and it forms droplets, and the droplets becomes heavy in the clouds, and again it falls down as a rain. So this cycle will go on process, and that is how it is called water cycle. And how water is polluted, you came to know how you should maintain the pure water. Okay, and how you should save water. All these things you learned in previous chapter. Now, today we will learn about land. Land. What is land? Now, where we live on land, isn't it? We don't live on water, but we live on land. Some animals, they live in water. Okay, but normally human beings and animals, few animals, all live on land. Where we are standing is the land. Now, in this land also, there are different types of lands. You can find different types of lands. So today let us study what are those different types of land. Where you can see those lands. Here, whatever in our surroundings, what we are seeing is the normal land, flat lands, everything which is, and of course here and there ups and downs will be there. Nowhere it will be equal neat. Okay, so there will be a big hump, or the roads you can see some steep down slanting roads, like hump also big will be there next to that one building. So all these are the normal lands where we find here. But some different types of lands you find in different places, very far places. When you go out of station, these lands you find usually there. Okay, now let us study the lesson. I will read out, same time simultaneously I'll be explaining it to you. You'll come to know what are those lands. Okay, now let us start with the chapter land. Now, I'll write on the page number, go to open page number 223. Okay, now land. The earth is our home. You all know earth is our home. Okay. It is also home to all animals and plants. Why we call home? Where we are born and brought up. This is our motherland. We tell India is our motherland. So same way for all living things, for all animals, plants, everything, whole earth itself is the home. Okay. Now, the earth is round in shape. How is the earth? The earth is round in shape, like a ball it will be. Okay. Most of the earth is water. Now, you can see most of the earth. That means most of the earth is not number of earths. Only one earth is there. Most part of the earth, okay, is most part of the earth is water, filled with water. Only part of it is land. Only little bit part is land. Now, for example, I'll tell you See, for example, this is the earth. How is the earth? Earth is round in shape. Okay, if you, this is the map where you find different places. All this you will find the different places. In that, most part of the earth, whole earth when you take, you find majority part of the earth is water. Okay. So continuously here and there you will have the water. So majority part, almost more than 70%, you find it is water. And only a part of it is land. Only a part, very less part is the land. Okay. We live on land. So where do we live? We live on this land, the part, very less part where it is on the earth. We live on that. Plants and animals also live on land. So plants and animals also, they live on land. Land can be in various forms. So as I told you, land means it's not that it should be straight like this only. No, lands, it also has got different forms. Various forms of lands are there. Now, let us study the forms of land. Which are the forms of land? Forms of land. Okay, so in that, first one is plains. First form is plains. Plains are flat lands. Plains are the flat lands. What type of land is this? Flat. Flat land. Flatlands, we can build roads, railways, and houses on plains. We grow crops on plains. On this flatland, flat means it will be straight like this, normal. It's not that little bit also, it won't be like this. It will be the small, small humps, everything, but normal level. Okay. Here you can build houses. Houses, roads, okay, and railways, everything on this plain land. And you can grow crops also. Can grow crops. So you can grow crops. Houses also can be built. Roads also can be built. Okay. So these are plain lands. How it will be, you can see in the picture. Normal grass, everything will be grown. Straight flat land. Now coming to next is the plateau. So this is one form. Now next form is the plateaus. Next is plateaus. What you can do in plateaus? A plateau is a flat level land higher than a plain but is lower than a hill. So what type of land is plateau? Plateau, it is also a flat level land. Flat level land. Okay. Higher than a plain. So plain means now for example, I'll show you. So here is the grass. So it will be straight. Now here, Plateau is also a flat level land, little higher than a plain. Little higher it will be, but lower than a hill. This will be flat level land, higher than plain, lower than hill. Okay, so what are plateaus? Plateaus are also a flat level. Even this is here, plains are completely flat land. Okay, on that you can construct buildings, everything, railways and road you can make, everything you can do, crops also you can grow. Okay, whereas when you come to plateaus, here this is also flat level land, but little higher than these plains. Than these plain lands, it is little higher and lower than a hill. Hill you might have seen when you go for picnic somewhere out of station, you'll be traveling, no? That time you'll be seeing hills and all. Okay, that is what plateaus are. Now coming to next, I rub this, okay. Coming to next form of land, that is hills. Now in this you'll come to know what is hill. Now hills are highlands. Hills are very high lands, and when some part of land rises above the land, hills are formed. When some part of the land, so you know land, how it will be like this. When some part rises above, see, normally, so hills means small grasses you can find like this. So what happens? Some part suddenly it rises like this. Again it will be, and again it rises than normal level. So here also you can find. So these are hills. Okay, these are nothing but high lands, and some part suddenly rises. That means that sudden rise of the land. Okay, see here and all it will be plain. Again it will rise up. So this is called hills. Okay, it is cold on a hill. It is difficult to grow crops on hills. It is cold on hill. See, as you go higher, little high in the on buildings itself, you can find when you go to first floor, second floor, you will feel little cool breeze will be coming. Okay, in ground floor you don't find so much. Same thing in apartments, big buildings. You go and stand to 10th floor or something. Nice breeze will come. You start feeling chilled. Same way, now your hills means so big it will be. When you go top of the hill, you feel very cold because wind will be more, breeze will be more in that places. Higher you go, the weather will be chilled, okay? And it is difficult to grow crops. You can't grow crops because of this hills. It will be slant like this and you can't grow crops on this. Okay, this is what hills are. Okay, children. Now, what are hills? These are highlands, and they are where some part of the land suddenly rises up and it comes down and up and down. That going to the peak, it will be like a mountain kind, and this is what hills are. And there, what will happen? It is cold in a hill and it is difficult to grow crops. Crops and all you can't grow because it's slanting level. When you pour water, it won't stand. It floats down. So it is not only in the flat level lands you can grow crops. Okay, children. So what are hills means? Now you have understood the rise of the flat lands, suddenly rise of the flat lands on hills, and it is very cold in the hills and you can't grow crops also. Now turn to the next page. Next comes mountains and valleys. Okay, I hope you have understood so much for today. Otherwise you'll get confused. Now I'll explain it to you. plains. Plains are flat lands. It will be flat where you can grow crops also. You can construct houses, roads, railways, everything. See, like this, in one level it will be. So these are called flatlands. Next comes plateaus. So what are plateaus? Plateaus are flat level land which is little higher than the plains. Okay, higher than plains and lower than hills. Like hills, it won't be so up, but little less than hill, more than flatlands. Okay, and next coming to hills. Hills are the rising of the flatlands, sudden rise of the flatlands and coming down, and that peak, mountain peak like this. So they are formed as hills. And here it is very cold in the hills. You can't grow crops and all here. Okay, so this is what hills are. You can note down. Okay, children, did you note down? You can make a note. I hope you all have understood. Okay, what is land means? Now, first of all, we all live on the earth. Okay, so earth is our home. All animals and human beings, everybody, all living things, animals, plants, everybody, they live on the earth. Okay, the earth is round in shape. Most part of the earth is covered with water, and only a part of it is the land. So on that land, we all live on that land only. So plants and animals also live on that land itself. So there are various forms of land. In that part of the earth only, you will find so many types of lands. Okay, in that plains, plateaus, and hills. So these three I have taught you today. Next class, I will teach you mountains and valleys. Otherwise, all if I teach, you will get confused. Okay. So for today, I will be writing your homework. Learn and write. Question answer. 2 times. First question, second question, and third question from lesson 8. Okay. Refer classwork. Okay. From chapter A, you have to write down question answers 2 times. It's very small answers. Write down 2 times. First, second, and third question. Only 3 you write. Next class, remaining 2 I'll be giving. Okay. From lesson A, refer classwork. You all have got PDF already. The notes has been uploaded. Copy down in your classwork, and from classwork, copy down to homework. Okay. So, note down the homework quickly. I want everyone to submit your homeworks. Okay, children. Lesson E, refer classwork. Okay. Okay. So next class I'll be continuing another 2 forms of lands, and then we'll go with the exercise also. Okay. So for today, I'll be ending the class. See that you study today itself, read this lesson once in the textbook. So it will be easy for you when I explain it to you in the next class. Okay. See you children in next class. Keep studying. Okay. Don't leave it like that. For exam, all these things are important. Okay then. Okay then. See you in next class. Thank you.